What is going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of No Sweat Bets. Today, we're going to be breaking down the NBA Finals Game 4. We're actually coming to you on Thursday, so you can go ahead and lock in some of these early lines. You have myself, JD, from Line Movers. I got my main man, Joe, from Lay Off the Juice. Joe, how are things?
Dude, yesterday was a monster day. I went 5 and 7, up over 8.5 units. So I almost hit a parlay for plus 288 with a native correlation. Was one layup away.
Hmm,
But yeah, feeling really good.
love to hear it. Love to hear it. Yeah, just do a little recap first, like we always do. For game three, both of our best bets that we gave out here both easily cashed.
Yep.
Um, I had the first half over 112. Um, that one felt really good, man. That one felt extra good because the full game total before the game started, it went down actually 2.5 points, while the first half total went up
Went up.
3 points.
Yeah.
So that play just felt really good. That just I don't know. That just felt like a really sharp play. It just felt good, like all the way, like around there. But what was your play?
TJ McConnell over 6.5 points. For whatever reason, they just refused to bump his lines. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna keep riding it. Like,
Yeah,
so he had 6 in the first half. So they bumped it today to 7.5, but it's like, really? So
yeah. Well, again, yeah. I guess let's do a little game breakdown. Game three did not go how I thought it was. Pacers with the outright win.
you
The
called it
line,
though.
yeah, the line told us. The line was weird. The line just at actually like because the line went down to five, and it just didn't make sense, and that's why I ultimately stayed off the side and actually like played that first half the way I did there. But I still thought the Thunder would actually win. But no, I will say the Pacers role players all out. I mean, like there's what made that game. Um,
The
so
leading scorer was on the Pacers bench. Like,
yeah,
let that sink in. Like,
yeah,
Benedict Mathurin had 27 off of the bench in 22 minutes. Like,
yeah.
insane, bro.
So that is what definitely that was definitely what the difference was in game three. And also read read a stat earlier where if the series in the finals is tied 1-1, the team that wins game three to take that 2-1 lead wins the NBA finals 80% of the time.
Oh,
80% of the time.
well, there goes
Um,
my future.
so
I
that was a pretty interesting stat there. Not sure if that's going to be true about this series, but um, definitely like an interesting stat. But yeah, man, let's just go ahead and get into it. Game four is going to be Friday night, so tomorrow night. So that's where these lines are coming from. This is Thursday. We're in the. It is actually not even noon yet, so we're in the early part of Thursday. So if you see these lines and they've changed a little bit, that like maybe why. But right now, currently, Thunder laying 6 points, total 225 and a half. Um, as far as Thunder got bumped up a little bit here, the line it didn't really change much. As far as the total did come down, um, but if you do look at that first half, I believe is at 115. So that first half, they're still keeping that one bumped up. So I
yeah,
definitely don't have the same edge there as we did last game. I will say I still don't mind the first half over.
I
Uh,
don't either.
I, I still think that's a little short, um, but I have a play that I actually like more than that, and I'm going to get into that in just here a little bit. But Joe, yeah, what are you thinking, man?
Dude, I got 3 plays that I absolutely love for game four. Uh, to go in opposite order. One is Benedict Mathurin over 11.5 points. Like I just said, he just led the Pacers in scoring coming off of the bench. He just dropped 27. I do expect some regression, but less than 12 and you just dropped 27, I doubt it. And you can also get plus money for that. So that is a play that I'm all over. You're gonna give me 12 for plus money, I'm slapping it. The second play that I like is a little bit scarier, but it's Chet Holmgren to have under 10 and a half rebounds and assists. I think that if OKC were to win this game and do it in dominant fashion, it's going to have to be Chet because Jalen Williams has not shown up to the party. He's not been consistent. And he's really being exposed the most out of OKC. Like, of all the starters, SGA is still dropping in his 30s, right? But Jalen Williams, the Robin, he has not been robbing it, for lack of better English. I think Chet is going to have a dominant game. And however, I don't really see him dominating from a big man perspective. I see him staying outside the arc and raining threes. Like, I see OKC putting up a ton of points, and the guy that I'm going to target is Chet to score threes. Because the adjustment that was made for game 3, I doubt they do that again, right? Because that game looked like the Pacers were the better team from tip off, which is not the case. We all know that OKC is the better team, but the Pacers at home, which they're not even a home team, it's like, how did they? And in my mind, it really feels like the Pacers stole game 3. It doesn't feel like they won it and they're at home. I know this is crazy, right? In the NBA Finals, you're stealing a game on your home court is what it gave me. Earlier, before everything tipped off, I said, hey, I got OKC winning this 4-2 for, what was it, plus 250, plus 450, whatever.
I think it was plus 4 something.
Yeah, it was 450 or something like that. I said this series is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people imagine. However, this is where I think OKC just dominates the next 3 games. And in doing so, they're going to have to make another adjustment. Holding SGA down a lot of points 2 games in a row, good luck with that. He's not had less than 32 games in a row in a long time. So I think in order to do that from a spacing standpoint, which is why I like this play a lot, is that Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be in the middle, back in the starting lineup, and they're going to run their 2 bigs versus the Pacers' 2 bigs. Miles Turner, he only scored like 9 points or something like that. That's not going to happen again. He's not going to get dominated 2 games in a row at home. He's far too big, far too talented. I respect him way too much for that. But like I said, I think from a spacing standpoint, Chet will be at the 3-point line. So he won't be in close for rebounds. And being that OKC does dominate points in the paint, you're not going to have those long rebounds to bounce outside to where Chet is going to be to lay it out even further. And then my third bet is my best bet. So I don't know if you want me to go into that or.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. My best bet is the little engine that keeps doing it. It is TJ McConnell over 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So that's at minus 130 right now. But I'm taking the over 13.5 for even money. But if you want to do 12.5 for minus 130, go for that. So I like the 12.5 because he's cleared this in 8 of his last 9 games head-to-head against OKC. Against OKC, when TJ McConnell's on the court, he's not the guy that you're game planning for. The Pacers have way too many players, and TJ can get there a variety of ways, right? Like last game, he only had 1 rebound, but he still cleared his PRA because the number is so small for 1, and he has so many assists for number 2. Like TJ McConnell can lead the offense. He's done it in college. He's done it in NBA. The Pacers have depth. He is a very critical piece of that depth. But I think that OKC's game planning more for Halliburton, who's been a lot more aggressive on an offensive standpoint. And in doing so, he's not been playing he doesn't play both sides of the ball. OKC started targeting him with their offense, right? So that he started coming out of the game more. Mathurin was able to stay on the court more because he was scoring. Like the Pacers bench has been dominating the bench for OKC, which I don't think anybody saw realistically going into this matchup.
Yeah.
So, TJ McConnell can get there with points. Like he can drop 10 points. And if you really gonna say he can't give me 3 either rebounds and assists, like that's crazy. So I'm all over this 12.5. That is my best bet by far. But I am personally gonna ladder and do a 13.5 at even money as well. So
Love it, man. Yeah, his lines they've just been keeping them low, and you've just been hitting them, man.
yeah.
So yeah, I definitely understand where you just keep on riding that. For me here, kind of going with actually what you were talking about earlier, how you think the Thunder are gonna get these next few games,
Yeah.
And that's how I think here. And that starts off with they come out strong in actually game number 4. So I'm on the Thunder first half. You can get that. The main thing I like this even more is the number, because you can get it at 3.5. The full game is 6. Okay. So when a team is normally down, especially the like better team, when it's in like the actual like playoffs, normally that first half number is extra juice. Like you have to pay that extra tax to be able to back them in the first half, because obviously they normally do come out and play really well. Well, in this number, it's just your standard breakdown, like between your full game and then the first half.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's because it's just so early. Like I said, this is actually Thursday, so I'm not sure if by tomorrow night that's going to change. So that's why
that's got to go to at least 4.5, bro. It has to. Like
no
way that stays at -3.
You would think so. So that's why I'm going to jump on that. We know Thunder have shown it throughout the entire season. They are a great first half team. They are one of the best first half teams in the entire league. I mean, they've just been showing it to you.
Really quick, a little nugget to add on. The Pacers, whenever they feel like they have the lead or the advantage, they come out entitled. That is something they've been doing all postseason. And if you come out entitled against OKC, it's going to get embarrassing quick. Yep. So I love that -3, bro.
Yeah, it's just a situation that I like definitely love here. And as far as the number on it, I just really like it. So that's what I am going with here. Go ahead and throw those up on the screen for everybody. Just like I said, I'm on that Thunder first half. And Joe is on McConnell over 12.5 points, rebounds, plus assists. Gonna leave that up for just a second. Yeah, guys. We just wanted to go ahead and come on here and get y'all some of these early plays. Go ahead and get y'all these early lines. Like I said, I would kind of expect both of these lines to actually move. So if you're seeing this Thursday, definitely go ahead and lock in with us. And Joe, do you have anything else here?
Dude, this is going to be a very interesting series. Just playing, like, what would happen if the Pacers went up 3-1? Like, I will bet a futures ticket on OKC to come back and win, because I do not think they win this in 7. I don't. I just don't see it. Like, I honestly see OKC dominating these next 3 games. And I think game 4 is going to be I think they're going to dominate in such a way that they have to, like, take the life away from the Pacers. Like, it has to be like a 20, 30-point win to, like, put them back in the little brother spot. Because right now, the Pacers are believing their own juice, thinking that they can win. And they're playing with house money because nobody expected them to win. So,
yeah, this is one kind of like you're saying with the full game. I also don't actually mind that either, because like you said, they're not just gonna coast to actually like an actual win here. They're gonna want to
set the tone for game 5 for sure.
Definitely. So all right, guys. That's gonna do it for us today. We will see y'all again soon. And Joe, take us out.
Like my boy DJ Khaled said, you either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's win, baby.
Let's fucking win, guys. Later.